Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome one, welcome all to more Trials of Innocence. Now, you might be wondering, hey, Nitro, today's Wednesday. You normally do Pokemon on Wednesday. You're right, but Random's not available, so we do the Soul Link on Tuesdays, which we did yesterday. And I gotta remind myself to yell at him for killing Mayo again. I will never let him down on that, ever. Anytime I kill him in a game, I'm gonna be like, that's for Mayo! It'll be 5 years down the line, and I'm still arguing. I still cry over Mayo about him. But then again, here's the thing about that too, though. Anytime I'm just like, you killed Mayo, he can turn right back around and be like, well, you killed Apsu! Which is, you're right. And I feel like the Apsu thing was way more just Nitro being dumb than him killing Mayo was him just being dumb. He got crit one-shotted. I was just, oh yeah, a Pikachu can handle a Mayana. That's 3 levels higher, isn't it? I should have sent in some Flora, to be fair. But, you know, we're not here to talk about the Soul Link. We are here to solve crime. Not the deaths of Apsu, not the deaths of Mayo. We know what happened to those two. Those two are case. Those are case closed. Those are closed cases. And you might be going, Nitro, that's not how it works. Yes, it is. Yeah, we know what happened. We know what happened to Mayo. Random killed him by having Mayo take taking a critical hit one shot to the face by an Ursaring, and then and then I just let Apsu die by not switching into a Summer. So yeah, those are cases closed. Those are case closed. I'm at fault for Apsu, and Random's at fault for Mayo. We're both guilty. Let's solve actual people's murder. Wait, hold on. Let's appreciate the music. That's good music, though. Now, for the trial of Wolfgang Collier on the charges of murder continues. Prosecution, have you brought in the summoned witness? Yes. The Hermit of Nightfall Valley, the village doctor, who heals the wounded and rescues the dying. Vincent Lemon, please come in. Witness, state your name and occupation. Vincent Lemon, the doctor of Lemon Village. Such a fitting outfit for the identity. Witness, what are you holding in your hands? Experimental preparation. I'm independently developing a new medicine. It can't afford delay, so I carry it with me. Forgive me. Independently developing it? As per the release report, the witness is a graduate from a top school that has been a chief physician at Germany's top hospital. He resigned from the job years ago and returned to Lemon Village to work as a doctor, repaying his hometown for nurturing him. What? This is truly respectable. This is not going to be easy. I'm flattered. Safeguarding the health of the villagers has always been my operation. In this world, people with such noble characters are so rare. What the fuck am I then, Your Honor? Witness, the Scuffy attorney stands opposite of me, just accused you of drugging another villager with hypnotics. I just had suspicions. It's not actually an accusation. So you dare to do it, but not admit it? Well, Did we? I don't know. It's been a while because work has been kind of stressful lately, especially with the merge. God, the merge. Do you summon me here for such a boring matter? Even when accused of drugging someone, Dr. Vincent's expression hasn't changed at all. Well then, please proceed with your testimony on the matter of the hypnotics. Does the defense have any questions? Yes, before the witness begins the testimony, I have a question. Earlier, Miss Lemon mentioned that you had an argument with the victim. Is that true? Yes. Can you tell us the reason for the argument? That foreigner came to peddle some useless health products for the sake of money. Those medications not only have no practical effects, but are sold at an extraordinary price. As a medical professional, I feel disgusted by such behavior, so we got into a dispute. Useless health products. Are they the contents of the white medicine bottles? Have you seen this health product you brought? How can you be sure they are useless? Of course, as a village doctor, I handle all matters related to medications directly. Even though he claimed it was an advanced target inhibulator with cutting-edge technology, even without testing it, I could tell it was just a regular nutritional supplement with no therapeutic effects and no harm. So the target inhibitors that Annie was heard was targeted inhibulator. I see. By the way, the so-called extraordinary price, how much was it exactly? 100,000 per bottle. That seems like a lot. 100,000? Hold on. I had to do some... Yeah, that's a lot. That's like a fucking lot. That's like $13,000 per bottle. Given this price, I'm afraid a few people in the big cities, let alone Mountain Village, could afford it. If that medicine really is just a regular nutrition supplement, I might not just argue, but punch him instead. You're really starting to show your sister's style. Therefore, I had a quarrel with him. After being stopped by Annie, we had no further contact. Mr. Drake, do you have any questions? No more. Well then, witness, please proceed with your testimony on the matter of the hypnotics. I know nothing about hypnotics. That's it? That's your whole testimony? God, I was drinking water at the time. God. That's what I have to cross-examine? Huh? Finished. I mean, I guess he is very efficient in pragmatic. It just gets to the point. You just said one sentence. Aren't you asking for the testimony about hypnotics? One sentence is enough. He's too uncooperative. Chief, he must be the culprit. Absolutely. Lena, calm down. Even I find it hard to stay calm. This is the shortened testimony I've ever heard in my life. I've heard shorter, Your Honor. All I've heard is squawk, squawk. And we hear it every year at Christmas time. Anyways, Mr. Drake, please proceed with your examination. I'll do my best, Your Honor. It's not going to take very long, apparently. How am I supposed to examine with such a short testimony? The same way we do every time.
Wait a sec.
You said too little about that. It is a testimony about hypnotics, that's all. I don't have any direct evidence of his drugging someone. If he refuses to talk more, I'll have nothing to do. Well then, can you tell us about what happened during the day of the incident? Yes, the original purpose of summoning you is here to have testify about your actions to the day of the incident. Since Mr. Drake is not giving in, say a few more words to make him give up then. Fine then. What I wanted to say has already been stated by Alter. I don't have understanding why I have to repeat it. At noon of the 19th, I invited Alter to my home for a small drink. Then I spent the rest of the day I'm researching medicine. At 10 p.m., Alter woke up. We studied Japanese anime together until 2 a.m. Thank you! We have more to work with!
Wait a sec.
So, after Alter Lemon fell asleep, you were studying medicine in the clinic all the time. Indeed. You didn't leave the house at all during that time? Of course not. Did anything noteworthy happen during that period? Nothing. Such a simple answer. Does he hate talking? A man of my words. I mean, I don't like talking either. I just yap on stream because, that's what streamers do. They yap. In real life, I'm actually like the quietest person you'll ever meet. Okay, maybe not.
Wait a sec.
Are you sure it was 10 p.m.? Of course. Why did you wake him up until then? He hadn't slept the night before and his body was in urgent need of conditioning. As a doctor, I'm responsible for his health. Yet you ended up watching anime until midnight. No, Luna. They watched anime until 2 a.m. There's a difference. And if Alter Lemon wasn't awakened by him, then the time of the awakening seems to be within his control. Should I ask more about the village doctor's actions that night? The foreigner stayed in his room and didn't communicate with anyone. I'm afraid no one knew of his whereabouts.
Wait a sec.
But you just arrived at the courtroom. How do you know what Alter Lemon said? The loud-voiced police officer informed me of a gist on the way. So it was Detective Spark who picked him up. Anyways, for a mutual alibi, both parties need to testify to confirm. I hope you can cooperate. I see.
Wait a sec.
After your argument, you never really saw each other again? Nothing. I just hope an unjust person would leave as soon as possible. Has anyone else mentioned this whereabouts of the victim on that day to you? Nothing. Well, his responses are too concise. I can't continue questioning. If there's nothing else, please allow me to leave and return to the village. Wait, the inquiry is not over yet. I still need to occupy some of your time. If only I'd known I shouldn't have brought up those topics without follow-up questions. Should I ask something else? The defendant, sorry, I've never met him, so there's no way I could have known where he went.
Wait a sec.
Never met him. The defense moved around the Lemon Village quite frequently. You should have seen him around at some point, right? I guess there is nothing that ties him to. I've heard he arrived at noon on the 19th. At that time, I was with Alter and didn't have a chance to meet him. So you were unaware of the defendant's presence until the incident? Not exactly. Annie mentioned him to me. Let me think. You and the defendant.
Objection!
I made it clear before the trial yesterday. The defendant has no interactions with any villager in Lemon Village. If you want to waste time by delving into their relationship, I'll request the witness to leave the court. Oh, please don't. Defense, please stop asking meaningless questions like this. Sorry, Your Honor. Seems like I have chose the wrong direction of attack. Let's ask something else. I never stepped outside of the house that night, let alone went to the cliff.
Wait a sec.
As the village doctor, do you have any privileges such as not having to obey the curfew? No, the curfew is a strict rule in the village. Even for the village chief cannot violate it. I remember it in the notice board in the village saying, in case of illness at night, call the village doctor. Does that mean if there's an emergency patient, you can leave your room to provide treatment? Huh? Indeed. Why didn't I think of this point? Although I wish that was the case. It's impossible. If somebody falls ill at night, I'll guide them to handle it through the phone. That's all. His testimony is quite watertight. It's pointless to keep pressing. If only I had evidence proving he went to the cliff around the time of the incident. Should I ask some other questions? What do you think, Luna? Chief, no need to ask anymore. He's definitely suspicious. Calm down, Luna. Why do you think so? It's simple, because he refuses to say anything. He must be hiding a bunch of secrets. Well, maybe he has some difficult to discuss secrets, I guess. You don't even believe that yourself. Anyways, the information in his testimony is too scarce. If there's a way to loosen his tongue. It has to be the Balakalas, right?
Wait a sec.
I just has to. This is gonna be a long shot.
Objection.
It wasn't that much of a long shot, apparently. Witness, you just said you didn't step outside your house on the night of the incident, right? Yes. That's strange. Why was there such a piece of cloth? Why was there such a piece of cloth hanging on the branch below the cliff? The cliff area is exposed to wind and sun for a long time. Yet this cloth is almost spotless, which indicates that it was recently hung there. More interestingly, your fingerprints are on this piece of cloth. Fingerprints?
Objection!
This shoddy evidence might have helped you get through yesterday, but it won't keep working. As far as I know, the witness, as the village doctor, often gathers herbs at the cliff. It's normal for his clothes to get torn. Yes, on the day of the incident, I did go to the cliff to gather herbs. There are some cotton fibers on this cloth. Clearly, it belongs to a black cotton jacket. Are you sure you need to wear it during the daytime? Yes, it's summer now. Who would wear a cotton jacket outside during the daytime? Lemon Village is in a valley, and the temperature difference between day and night is significant. Do you want to experience the chilly morning air in short sleeves? Oops. I'd rather not. If clothes were left there on the morning of the incident, the court must consider it. Your Honor, please don't jump to the conclusions. The defense believes this evidence could only have been left there on the incident night. What? Yes, the size of the evidence is the cloth itself. The cloth itself? I'm a bit confused. Can you be more specific? Okay. To be precise, this cloth reveals that it was left. This area of the cloth reveals that it was left at the scene at the night of the incident.
Hey, Jess.
Is it?
Take this.
Again, chat, like I said, I don't have any guides to help me because all the guides are written in Chinese. And your girl can't read Chinese.
Take this.
This is... Your Honor, for a piece of fabric torn and scratched by vegetation, isn't the cut on this side too neat? Oh, yes. Ugh. To leave such a neat incision, it's only possible that this thing is a sharp object. Probably the cotton jacket was cut by a sharp object first, then a piece of cloth was snagged by the branches off the brush. What is this sharp object? The claws of the night demon mentioned earlier? Isn't this night demon a serpent? It didn't have any claws. Yeah, I guess Luna's right. It doesn't have any claws. No. I think this piece of evidence dropped at the crime scene is actually the tool that cuts this cotton jacket. Considering the difficulty of obtaining this military dagger compared to the villagers and the defendant as a college student, its owner is more likely to be the victim, Mr. Garanado. So the defense, are you suggesting that the witness met with the victim at the cliff that night? Order! Order! Wait, hold on. No. I do have this idea, but once brought up, it will lead to a problem that must be solved.
Objection!
Hold on! I just have to let you speak a few more words, and you're already putting a show on Broadway. You're saying the neat cut on the cloth is left by this dagger? What's the basis for this interference? Huh? Can't we compare that cut with the shape of the blade? Unfortunately, the technique you mentioned can only be used to verify wounds, not to cut up cloth. And most importantly, just now, in Alter Lemon's testimony, the alibi for Vincent Lemon has already been established. Just under this premise, the prosecution refuses to acknowledge the defense claim. That's right, this issue that I thought of. I've been beaten to the draw by Prosecutor Ray. Of course she would have brought it up. Objection sustained. The court believes that the witness's testimony is consistent with the previous one. His alibi remains valid. Although the evidence submitted by the defense brings doubts, I believe it's not enough to refute the testimony just given now. Chief, did we make a mistake? No, we didn't, Luna. There is a fragment of his cloth at the cliff, and he drugged Alter Lemon. They all seem very suspicious. With this cloth alone, it is indeed not enough to prove his actions at the scene. This most crucial thing just now is to overturn Alter Lemon's testimony that they watched anime together until late at night. Luckily, our strategy has been clear before Dr. Vincent took the stand. So, Mr. Drake, any further objections? Of course, the defense believes that there are still doubts in the witness's alibi. All in vain. Alter Lemon claims that he and Vincent Lemon watched anime at the clinic until late that night. The problem is here. Was the time the two spent watching anime really at the clinic really at night? Are you suggesting that Alter Lemon committed perjury? Unintentionally, yes! Not exactly. Alter Lemon had no reason to lie unintentionally. But he could have been misled to provide a testimony that doesn't align with the facts. What does this mean? Your Honor, the alibi for this witness is as follows. He and Alter Lemon were drinking at home, then Alter Lemon fell asleep. When he woke up, it was already 10 p.m. Whether the witness went out before this or not, as long as he was still in the village after 10 p.m. It's impossible for him to appear at the cliff at the time of the incident. Right. We just proven that there is traces of tampering with the clock at the clinic, and the only means which Alter Lemons confirmed this time was precisely your clock on the wall. If some method were used to make Alter Lemon fall asleep, then he was woken up after the clock was tampered with, you can create a false time. The only person who could make him fall asleep is the witness who could use hypnotics. But his original testimony is that he knows nothing about them.
Objection!
Mr. Drake, are you an idiot? This isn't a sci-fi novel where just turning the dial reverse day and night. Have you forgotten what Alter Lemon said when he testified? Yeah, when Doctor and I were watching anime, it was pitch black outside. Nothing else at all.
Objection.
Pitch black outside the window doesn't necessarily mean it was really nighttime. The witness can completely create that effect. What? Yes, the night can be created. I finally understand the significance of Annie's testimony just now. As long as the witness used this thing, he could make Alter Lemon the mistake day for night.
Exact.
The world famous painting seen by Miss Lemon. Yes, to be precise, it's a tablecloth. You mean the witness used it to make Alter Lemon mistake daytime for nighttime? Does this tablecloth really have such a magical effect? I'm still confused. Just recall Annie's testimony. The method of using this tablecloth to reverse day and night will be clear. To be precise, the method of reversing day and night with this tablecloth was... To be precise, he used the back of this tablecloth. The back? Which is black! Yes, the back of this tablecloth is pure black and its material is quite thick and opaque. Just nail it outside the window and people inside the room will naturally think outside is pitch black. It's so unexpectable. The defense has carefully checked it. There are traces of tacks at the four corners of his tablecloth. And everyone, please recall Miss Lemon's testimony. By the way, I saw a beautiful painting hanging outside Dr. Vincent's house on the way. It seemed like he hung the painting by the window. I saw it while passing through the square. Oh, I remember. This testimony precisely confirms the defense's interference. What more, Miss Lemon saw this painting in the afternoon. Ugh. But what does this prove? Your Honor, please allow me to explain the entire process of this incident. Vincent Lemon invited Alter Lemon to his room at noon for a drink and added a little dose of hypnotics to the wine. It was beer, Charlie. After Alter Lemon fell asleep, Vincent Lemon quickly nailed the back of the tablecloth to the outside window. After that, he set the clock and time computer, his computer system time to 10 o'clock and woke up Alter Lemon. How long did Dr. Vincent wake him up before he fell asleep? I'm afraid it was probably just over 10 minutes. What? That was too short. Yes, it's essentially to reverse day and night at noon for this plan. Then to kill time, as well as solidify Alter Lemon's illusion, Vincent invited him to watch anime for quite a long time. By then, Alter Lemon was firmly convinced that it was already late at night, but the actual time was still before 6 p.m. When Alter Lemon fell asleep again, which perhaps because of Vincent Lemon giving him another dose of Adelant hypnotics, Vincent Lemon restored all their arrangements and left the village, stayed at the cliff all night until dawn when curfew ended. So the whole process happened before the village cameras was turned on. Yes, that's exactly the plan the witness used to fabricate a false alibi.
Ridiculous.
I came to the court with no intention of getting too involved in the case, and I have been trying to remain silent. Unexpectedly, the two lawyers took the opportunity to impose these slanderous words on me. How could this be slander? Chief's reasoning is based on real evidence. Have you both already concluded that my alibi is forged? I was just throwing out the possibility, man. Yes. God damn it. Why can I never be on the same page? However, in your interference, there are still several huge contradictions. Not just one, but several. Yeah, seriously? I can't even find one! I'm trying to think of one. Witness, do you still hold a different opinion from the defense? Indeed. I see. Although the defense's analysis for it is reasonable, the court will not deprive the witness of the right to defend himself. If you have a different opinion, please share it as part of your testimony. This lawyer resembles a wild brute, but his imagination is remarkably rich. You claim that I hid on the cliff and didn't return all night? That's nonsense. Can you provide any evidence? Using a tablecloth to cover the window and reverse day and night is even more ridiculous. Once Alter leaves the house, the trick will immediately be exposed. No matter how capable I am, I couldn't possibly restrict his going out. In conclusion, the real killer in this case cannot be anyone from this village. What the witness says does make some sense. When the judge thinks the witness doesn't make sense, it's normal. The witness won't go easily say things that sound unattainable. Since all three of you think what he says makes sense, shall we just announce the defendant's guilty now? Ah, no, I don't accept his testimony. Then don't waste time and tell us your thoughts now. Yes. Dr. Vincent's words seem reasonable, but for those who understand Lemon Village, such deception is useless. I'm more worried about whether he has other tricks waiting for us. Let's the defense start examining.
Wait a sec.
Is it so easily to prevent him leaving the house? You can come up with various excuses. Like what? Like, Luna, help me think of a few excuses. No problem. For example, you could tell him you have a strange illness that will kill you if you go outside. Ridiculous. Or as long as you don't go outside, I'll show you my collection of Playboys. Do you think Dr. Vincent is the kind of person who would collect that kind of thing? You can go and ask Alter if I've ever made such excuses. No, don't bother with that.
Wait a sec.
Did you really not restrict Alter Lemon from leaving the house? Of course not. He could leave at any time. Besides, his house is only a dozen meters away from the clinic. Why would I stop him? Well, did he express the desire to leave that night? Nothing. He's so close to home, yet he didn't even attempt to go back at that night. There must be some reason behind it, right? Yeah! To watch anime! Duh!
Wait a sec.
Who's the killer in this case is not yet it's not what the judge and the prosecution ask you to testify about. I'm only making deductions based on the scene and having no other intentions. If your alibi is proven false, you'll become a major suspect.
Objection!
Then tell me, has the witness' alibi been overturned? Not yet. I'm still working on it. That spares a few useless words. Yes.
Wait a sec.
How do I look like a wild brute? I think the defense just looks disheveled. He's nothing but a foolish and a sloppy old man. I'm only a year older than you, Scylla. Huh? Saying he's a foolish is a bit too much. Chief is quite smart. Ah, only Luna understands me. But sloppy is indeed true. What? I thought you were on my side, Luna! Mr. Drake, are you okay? You seem to be taking a big hit. Yeah, no, it's just I don't know whose side Luna is. Yeah, why not even press that? I knew that was only getting...
Wait a sec.
If it isn't the cloth with your fingerprints the best evidence? I just said on the morning before the incident I gathered herbs on the cliff. I don't know when that cloth was left. Considering all the circumstances, your suspicious behavior.
Objection!
Mr. Drake, do you believe being suspicious is enough to convict someone? Why is the defendant on that side called a suspect instead of a criminal? As an attorney, you should be well aware. Indeed, our legal system adheres to the principle of presumption of innocence for all citizens before a trial. That's right, because equating suspicion with guilt is trampling on the dignity of the law. Objection sustained. Defense, do be careful with your words. It's clearly a diversion of topics, but I can't refute it.
Wait a sec.
I'll explain this possibility thoroughly. Have you tried it yourself? Well, no. Luna, quick! We need to get that tablecloth! It's strange. Why is Dr. Vinton slightly shaken when it comes to this topic? Whether the tablecloth completely blocks out the sun is a question. And Mr. Drake's proposal might not be unreliable. Miss Prosecutor is absolutely right. Hey, you two are starting to echo each other.
Objection.
I saw it. Now I really gotta think through this. That's what. No, that's absolutely. You claim I hid on a cliff and returned all night. That's nonsense. Can you provide any evidence? On the night of the incident,
Objection.
Okay, maybe let's ask Galena for some thoughts. Dr. Vincelieve finally broke his usual pattern and started talking more, but he's completely denying your reasoning, Chief. That's normal, but there are quite obvious loopholes in his testimony. Pointing out the contradiction is not difficult. Yeah, I don't know what a contradiction, where the contradictions are. That gave me nothing.
Objection.
Okay. Yeah, guilty. Am I muted? I, uh, I, I don't think I'm. Yeah, I wasn't talking because I'm trying to think. You clammed my head on the clay and didn't return all night. That's nonsense. Can you provide any evidence? When in doubt, present the black cloth?
Objection.
No. Using a tablecloth to cover the window in reverse day and night is even more ridiculous. No matter how capable I am, I couldn't possibly restrict his going out. In conclusion, the real killer in this case could not be anyone from this village.
Objection.
It's still his cloth from his jacket. I'm gonna have some save data.
Read a sec.
Why is he? Pointing out the contradictions would be easy. No matter how capable I am, I mean, there is one way to keep him.
Objection.
I mean, I guess that worked, you know? That was me taking a wild shot. I was like, yeah, I guess technically there's a contradiction there. Witness, your claim is as follows. I did not restrict Alter's Lemon movement. Once Alter Lemon leaves the house, the trick would immediately be exposed. Indeed. You're right, you didn't restrict his movements because you didn't need to. Alter Lemon would restrict it of his own movements. Huh? Why? The curfew. Surely I'm referring to the curfew. Ugh. On the notice board in the village square, it clearly states that all villagers are prohibited from going out after 6 p.m. After being awakened by Vincent Lemon, Alter Lemon would mistakenly thought it was already 10 p.m. He believed the whole village has already started curfew, so he naturally wouldn't go out. I mean, he tried one time as a kid and then got smacked. You took advantage of your own village's absolute obedience to the village rule to fabricate this alibi.
Objection!
Hold on, Mr. Drake. It seems like you've overlooked a very important fact. You've been emphasizing that black color on the back of the tablecloth is crucial to creating the night. But can we really trust Alter Lemon's testimony about that? What does that mean? Wait, Miss Prosecutor, can we stop this topic? Huh? Didn't Prosecutor Ray just help him now? Why is he requesting to stop? At this point, Mr. Drake is determined to stick it to you. If you keep hesitating like this, you'll really fall into the cunning lawyer's trap. I see. Please continue. Your Honor, you must keep your eyes open wide and be careful not to be deceived by this despicable lawyer. Your Honor, and all present, I want to ask you a question. For you, is nighttime equivalent to complete darkness? Although there is no sunlight at night, there shouldn't be complete darkness, right? Even if there was no streetlights, there are still stars in the moon, right? God damn it, Charlie even brought that up earlier! Oh no, I have a very bad feeling about this. Very well, thanks for your answers. As everyone said, night and darkness are not the same. Moreover, Nightfall Valley is clear and cloudless year-round with excellent visibility at night. For people living in such a mountainous village, how could they consider pitch black a window as night? But what on earth is going on? The back of this tablecloth, as you can see, is pure black. If I hang it outside the window, who would think it's night? If I saw this, I would only think something is blocking the window. So the defense is so-called forging the night is fundamentally impossible.
Objection.
But Alter Lemon also plays games at home, and he drank that night. Perhaps he was dizzy and... Even with poor eyesight and being completely drunk, facing the supermoon that night, he'd only see a few blurry shapes at most. But now he can mistake pitch black a window for the night. Then maybe the witness misremembered it. If he misremembered it, it could only be the night sky that he saw rather than the pitch black. This perfectly proves that Vincent's alibi is flawless. How can this be? Mr. Drake, I'm sorry, I have to agree with prosecutor's viewpoint. Can we get Alter Lemon to testify a little bit more, please? He's probably still here. You know, dude likes his ace attorney. Although your idea is interesting, it goes against common sense. It should have been like this long ago. Ugh. Chief, we are so close. Is there really no way? Yes, we were so close. Could my reasoning be wrong from the beginning? Chief Thomas, if it were you, what would you do? Charlie, although you are not stupid, sometimes your mind is too rigid. If you can't figure out a problem, there's no need to stubbornly persist in overthinking it. Always focusing on details might make you lose sight of the big picture. Those were probably the words of Chief Thomas said to me most frequently before he passed away. Hold on. Focusing too much on the details and losing sight of the big picture. Isn't that exactly my current situation? To break free from this predicament, first thing I need to do is look at it from a different perspective. Chief, the judge has already raised his gavel. Do something! Don't worry, leave it to me here. It's time to carefully rethink everything that has happened so far. can feel the hypothesis about manipulating time and reversing day and night is getting close to the truth. But as Stella Ray said, the evidence for this hypothesis lacks a crucial piece. If the reasoning just now is correct, Vincent Lemon used hypnotics to make Alter Lemon fall asleep. Then he quickly adjusted the clock and recovered the window. At this moment, he intentionally woke up Alter Lemon, making him mistakenly believe it was already 10 p.m. The two watched anime until 2 a.m., but the actual time was still before 6. After that, Vincent Lemon drugged Alter Lemon again, and he avoided the camera's activation time and lurked outside the village. On the morning of the incident, Vincent Lemon returned to the village after the camera was turned off and woke up Alter Lemon. In this way, he managed to evade the cameras like a ninja, proving that he was in the village at the time of the incident. Although this shirt was hypnotics can be used as evidence, but Prosecutor Ray argued that Nightfall Valley's bright, clear skies make it impossible to fake a night sky by simply covering the window. This argument is logical and reasonable, so my entire reasoning encounters a decisive contradiction here. Wait a minute, isn't Vincent Lemon's claim really foolproof? Thinking carefully, it seems to conflict slightly with the testimony of Annie Lemon's earlier. On a clear day with the bright moonlight, Wolfgang Caliphate especially went out to admire the moon. Oh my gosh, what is he, Volcra? Oh my gosh, I needed a joke like that. I needed someone to bring up him going out to see the moon. I just wanted to bring that up. Just the once. Thank you, Charlie. But Annie said she only saw pitch black. Could it be that one of them lied? They were not. Exactly. As for the trivial matters, there is no reason for either of them to lie. But why did they see different scenes on the same night? Calm down. Calm down. If we can make a breakthrough at the microscopic level, why not step into the micro one and organize the information about the village? Lemon Village is an isolated village nested in Nightfall Valley. But what exactly makes this village exceptionally different? The curfew. Yes, the uniqueness of this village lies in its strict curfew. It's the existence of this rule that has shifted the focus of this case multiple times. If we reverse our thoughts, not to consider what curfew changes, but to think the reason that his rule lasted for hundreds of years. Exactly, the villagers are simple, and the village chief is an enlightening person. The only reasonable explanation for the curfew is to protect the villagers from harm at night. The villagers must have some traits that we have overlooked, so that they require this kind of protection. Let's recall what I've seen and heard since I came to the village. Grandpa says our bloodline has remained pure for hundreds of years. Bro, look at this. I installed it myself. Isn't it amazing? The curfew states action and reserved till now. Thinking carefully, what traits do these people in Lemon Village possess? Of course, the Lemon Village has almost no external population, and women who marry outside the village never return. It keeps their bloodline pure, and all the villagers same the same ancestors. Hold on, I remember the victim brought some expensive medicine and sold it to the villagers for 100,000 per bottle, or like 13,000. Considering the interconnected bloodlines among the villagers, if this medicine is not just a regular health product. Oh my, I understand now. The reason the villagers need the protection from the curfew is this. Wolfgang Caliphate, you were right. The night demon does exist, and we just haven't been able to uncover its true identity. The key to this case is hidden under the most conspicuous village rule and the most bizarre legend. The final answer is about to emerge. What is the true identity of the night demon lurking in the Lemon Village? No. To share the same ancestry, their bloodline must have some commonality. This commonality forces them to stay indoors and out. That's the story of how the Night Demon came about. So what's the true identity of the Night Demon? Is it to watch this? It's gotta be something with the supermoon. The true identity. Oh, wait! Night blindness! They can't go outside because they can't see outside! That's why the curfew exists! The pitch black windows, the vanishing moon, the century-old curfew rule. Everything can be explained now. The true identity of the Night Demon is actually a hereditary constitutional disease that has been passed down for centuries. All the truths are coming together right now. Dr. Vincent, if I am correct, it is the counter-argument presented by the prosecution that exposes you. When did he get 4? The curfew in Lemon Village was established by the ancestors to protect the villagers from the Night Demon. But what is the true identity of this Night Demon? You're not suggesting that there really is a winged serpent in the village, are you? Of course not. The true form of the Night Demon has always been hidden in the blood flowing through the villagers. It is none other than the congenital night blindness that causes the villagers to lose their sight every night. What? Order. Defense, what do you mean? Whether my deductions align with the facts, just look at the witness's face. Ugh. In this way, what Alton Lemon saw as pitch black is actually became the appearance of a normal night in his eyes. The only person in the entire village who knows the truth about the curfew and can manipulate it to fabricate an alibi is you, the witness who studied abroad and has sufficient medical knowledge. How dare you! Your Honor, as long as the villagers undergo a physical examination, the truth can be revealed immediately. I never expected that Lemon Village would hide such a secret. Okay, but here's where it gets funny. It's just like, so if all the villagers have night blindness, why would he? How did Vincent Lemon commit the crime if he has night blindness? A crime that took place at night. 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 Prosecutor Ray, please arrange the physical examinations as soon as possible. No need. What? I said there's no need. I've known this for a long time. Upon taking this case, I found the village here and discreetly arranged physical examinations for the villagers. The results show that all the villagers of Lemon Village, including all witnesses testifying today, suffer from ZLB-type continental night blindness, which is much more severe than common night blindness caused by a lack of vitamins. Patients who have poor sensitivity to light in dark environments and will totally lose their vision in dark to low lighting conditions. What? If you knew it all along, why didn't you say it sooner? Prosecution, your behaviors may be suspected of concealing evidence. Why do you think the ancestors of Lemon Village have kept a secret for generations? This evidence has always been the one I least wanted to submit. Your Honor, please continue to listen to this trial a bit longer, and you'll know whether I violated any rules. Is that so? But in any case, the prosecution's claim that Alto Lemon could not perceive the pitch black window as nighttime is no longer valid. Yes, if that's the case, the witness's fabrication of the alibi has become fact. Not necessarily, Your Honor. Witness, do you have anything else to say, given the circumstances? The court can only launch an emergency investigation.
Ridiculous.
I never expected to be pushed this far by you. What is done by night appears by day. Dr. Vincent, given the current situation, you better disclose everything you know. I've already said everything I should. Trying to convict me seems a bit too hasty. What? I mean, considering your posture, man. I have no agreement with the prosecutor. I had an agreement with the prosecutor. I was trying to avoid mentioning it in court, but you blew it. They already had discussed this beforehand. No wonder their attitudes were so subtle just now. Since you've exposed the secrets of Lemon Village, you should understand I could never be the culprit in this case. Ah, so he's gonna be the one who brings it up. But don't worry, I have a piece of evidence! Witness, do you have anything to say? Yes, there is still significant loopholes in the arguments of this fantastic lawyer. As expected, this guy still left himself some room. Your Honor, the prosecution believes it's necessary to hear the witness's statement. This time is running out for today. This will be the final testimony in the trial. I hope both sides will make good use of time and the opportunity. Don't worry, Your Honor, I got it. I have the decisive evidence that I need to present. I am going to press every statement of them because that is what lawyers do. Well, defense lawyers do. That is just the truth of this case scenario. Witness, please proceed with your testimony. You're right. All the villagers suffer from night blindness, and the chief and I are the only ones aware of it. The curfew is likely set by our ancestors to protect the villagers from harm. Concealing this information is to prevent our simple-hearted villagers from panic. As for me, I also have this rare ZLB-type conditional night blindness. I'm unable to see anything at night. Then how could I possibly commit a crime outside the village during the night? See, that is the argument I thought someone was going to bring up! I just thought it was going to be Prosecutor Ray! Thanks to you, the secret is now exposed. Are you happy now? I mean, it's not that bad of a secret. It's okay to have it's okay to have an entire village full of people who have night blindness. Also, this music pops. I wish there was a way I could listen to I could listen to just like bits and pieces of the soundtrack. But because the only thing I found so far is just like the whole soundtrack, and it's like, yeah, I want to listen to the whole soundtrack, but not all at once. Because I mostly listen to video game soundtracks at work, and I don't want to put my coworkers like through 2 hours of one video game soundtrack at once. But goddamn, does this music go ham? Whoever did the composing, it's great. Because I don't want to. It's great music, though. I know it's kind of tougher because we are dealing with, you know, a small Chinese company here. So it is kind of harder to say like them to get stuff on like Spotify or, you know, YouTube Music. So the true identity of the night demon in the Lemon Village turns out to be a hereditary disease. But Prosecutor Ray, if you're already aware of this information, why didn't you present it during the trial? Though revealing it would completely pin down the defendant's charges. I have a minimum bottom line in my heart. According to the law, hereditary medicine history belongs to the personal privacy. Managing a village-wide illness demands extra care. The prosecution believes that this court has an obligation to protect this information to the maximum extent. I see. It is indeed inappropriate to disclose such a matter in an open court. Whoops. I mean, in defense, if we didn't, we wouldn't get to the truth of the case. The court wouldn't pursue the matter if the prosecution had evidence. I didn't expect Prosecutor Ray to have such a tender side. Hey! This has always been tender! Mr. Drake, there are so many villagers in the audience of this court. Even so, do you want to continue questioning? The defense is prepared to bear the consequences. Questioning each testimony is the lawyer's right. Understood. Please proceed. I'm going to press simply because I want to. But to be fair, I already know the answer. It's simple. It was never established who the glasses were for.
Wait a sec.
You also have this night blindness? Of course! What runs through my veins is the pure blood of a Lemon Village native. If you have this disease, then you certainly know how to stimulate the darkness from the villagers, don't you? What? Haven't you figured it out yet? Foolish! I already explained the reason.
Wait a sec.
Maybe your night blindness has been cured? Then you should take me to the hospital for an examination right now. So it's not cured. If I knew a cure, how could I let my fellow villagers continue to suffer in darkness? Chief, this village doctor might be a good person. Here's the thing. I have a feeling he's just a good person who did something bad, who committed a horrendous crime. You know, both can be true. He committed a horrendous crime for a good cause. It could happen. Oh, at least in his eyes, but murder is still murder. Based on professional compliance and medical ethics alone, I cannot deny that he's an exponentially outstanding doctor. But in the courtroom, everyone is equal. We cannot examine witnesses without preconceived emotions or judgments. But I feel that what he said this time is sincere. Could there be contradictions in it? If my reasoning is correct, there must be a way for Dr. Vincent, who has night blindness, to leave the village at night. We have it all ready. I just want to press everything because I am addicted to pressing. That sounded wrong. Did I overlook something? No, you didn't. I just want to press.
Wait a sec.
I don't actually feel happy. Instead, I feel guilty. What's the point in saying this now? Revealing such a cruel truth to the villagers who came to listen is regrettable even for me. I knew it was going to happen. That's why I kept this information secret. I must say, the defense approach is somewhat cruel. Chief, winning this case is important, but is it really necessary to go this far? Yes! I also didn't want it to be like this.
Wait a sec.
How did the village chief come to know about it? The secret has been passed down among the village chiefs by generation, enabling them to enforce the curfew without hesitation. That's a good point. If the purpose of the law is unknown, the court's judgment will be difficult to justify. I didn't expect the ancestors of Lemon Village to be so visionary. While studying abroad, I noticed an anomaly in my eyesight soon. I didn't understand the pathology behind it until I read papers. It's also during that time I realized the true intent behind this village rule.
Wait a sec.
I understand the idea of having the villagers with night blindness stay home to avoid getting hurt, but why not just tell them the truth? Those who haven't experienced it firsthand will find it difficult to understand our difficulties. Even to this day, every time I hear others describe this beautiful night scenery or to see you beautiful paintings of the night sky, my emotions are mixed. Are you trying to say ignorance is bliss? Yes, Lemon Village was established in an era when medical knowledge was not advanced. People have limited understandings of hereditary diseases and would regret it as a cursed lineage with a deep fear. Rather than letting the villagers panic and doubt themselves, it's better to explain everything with a so-called night demon. So as long as the villagers themselves, it's not the villagers themselves, but a demon who is to blame, they might feel better, right? While the practice of concealing the truth is not contemptible in modern times, in that era, it was indeed a form of wisdom.
Wait a sec.
Suddenly hearing something like this, it read really frightening, and I agree with your point. Then why did you expose everything in the public? So that we could get to the truth of this case, obviously. Dr. Vincent, we lawyers stand in court only to seek the truth. Is that okay to harm the innocents in the name of seeking truth? Well, it's not preferred, but... This is clearly about harm. This isn't harming them, though. Okay.
Objection.
It's like, I could have presented that at any point. I just wanted to press. I like it. I like to press. I like pressing people's buttons. No, not people's buttons. I like pressing buttons, though. So I don't get to press buttons much at work anymore. You were wearing this broken pair of sunglasses found in the scene, right? Today, Prosecutor Ray has provided us with the identification results. This is a pair of night vision goggles, which say even you could freely move around at night. Ah!
Objection!
You can't just connect the evidence like that. There's no way you're getting away with this trick. Are you suggesting that this village doctor committed a crime wearing night vision goggles? Too many loopholes in this hypothesis. If you think it doesn't hold waters, let's settle this with a thorough debate. I certainly won't back down at this stage of the trial. Well, considering that was the last testimony, the judge said. Let's do this. As suspected, Prosecutor Wei will vigorously counter this final argument. It will be the last confrontation of this trial, so I must bring out my best and stay calm. The argument you just presented is full of holes, and the prosecution will not easily accept it. Very well, then state your point. You precisely argued that the sunglasses belong to Mr. Garinato. Then how did it end up in the hands of Dr. Vincent? Oh, fuck. If the defendant might place the night vision goggles in the bag, but it fell out during the struggle off the cliff. Even if Dr. Vincent brought the night vision goggles to the scene, there should be no traces on them. Wait, there isn't though. Even though the camera footage shows neither the defendant or the victim wearing gloves, we have no knowledge of what Dr. Vincent, who had never appeared on camera, was wearing. He could have prepared the gloves from the start and cleaned up all the traces. Dispose of the night vision goggles after the operation. The night vision goggles were found together with the victim below the cliff. But Dr. Vincent suffered from night blindness. If he discarded the goggles, how could he be safe and sound in complete darkness? Ah, she's got me there. Since he decided to stay out all night to avoid the cameras, he could have waited until the morning to handle everything. Even if he lost the night vision goggles, as long as he found a place to wait quietly, it makes no difference without vision. Even if you stay, there's still one issue unsettled. Prosecutor's right next to counterattack is about to begin. Focus and be ready. We'll never know what that second statement was. I mean, yes, there's obviously a way we could figure it out. The night vision goggles belong to Mr. Kayano. The reason for him having them is unclear. Since he brought it to Lemon Village, there's no motive to give him to someone else. Can you provide evidence that the victim handed the night vision goggles to Dr. Vincent? Or do you believe that Dr. Vincent stole them from Mr. Galliano? I think I'm gonna try to refute that first statement.
Objection.
Mr. Galliano's preparations of the items indicate that he initially understood the villagers' illness in Lemon Village. Is that so? Then why did we have to directly his fatal fall off the cliff? Are you suggesting that the villagers wanted to silence him? Well, jumping to that conclusion is a bit far.
Objection.
If Mr. Galliano were giving them to the villagers was, of course, to meet them out at night. Do you have the villagers sleep through the daytime? Is there no need to meet only at night? Unless you can find solid evidence, we cannot accept the reason that the victim had given night vision goggles to others. To provide concrete evidence of motive. It means demonstrating the victim's intentions was extremely difficult. Rather than discussing why he did it, it's better to find evidence to prove whether he actually did it or not. I almost let her lead the discussion, of course. Keep listening carefully, there must be a new breakthrough.
Objection.
There's evidence that can be proved that the victim handed over the night vision goggles to Dr. Vincent. Oh? Such thing exists? Show it to me. Very well, the moment is coming. The evidence that can prove the victim handed over the night vision goggles to Dr. Vincent is... Wait, what does this read again? I can't read it in... Come to the cliff on the morning of the 20th. Near to this... wear this to wrap up your problem. Let's put an end to this.
Take this.
Please take a look at this note. It clearly states... What's wrong with you? The police found this note in the defendant's room. The police found this room. What does it have to do with the witness?
Objection.
No, this note is actually left by the victim for Dr. Vincent. As for why it's in the defendant's room, that's easy to explain. After the incident, Dr. Vincent could have discreetly placed a note there. Do you have any bias for such utter nonsense?
Objection.
I confidently say it because there is a bias basis. Whom this note is addressed, it becomes apparent when you read its contents. Come to the cliff at midnight on the 20th. Wear this to wrap up your problem. Let's put an end to all of this. Please look closely to... Has been connotated with by name. This part of the note actually represents the word.
Take this.
It's the word where. Mr. Drake, what unbiased you have started must be the word where. The word near could make sense as well, wouldn't it? No, what this part represents cannot be that word. The victim was Italian, and his writing was distinctively Italian flair. The upper right corner of the ink stain portion has a small hook, and this hook aligns perfectly with another W on the note.
因此，
But the hook on the letter N is not like that.
所以
So the ink stain part is not the word near, but the word where.
而是穿戴上什么东西。
What?
什么？
In this case, prosecutor raised offense has to stop here, right? And the details of the case have become clear in this confrontation. Yay, victory. What an exciting confrontation. Defense, you proposed that the note was about having someone wearing something. So what is this thing exactly? Of course it's the night vision goggles. And the victim already knew that Dr. Vincent suffered from night blindness, so he specifically prepared a solution. But the defendant had normal eyesight, so there was no reason for the victim to give him the night vision goggles. Ah! It's indeed hard to refute. Order! Order! That is to say the victim knew about the hereditary night blindness of Lemon Village? Yes, the witness has already stated that the victim's purpose in coming to Lemon Village was to sell medicine. Although the witness claims that it was just some ineffective nutritional supplement, if I'm not mistaken, this should be a cure for a ZBL-type night blindness, right? The victim has already knew that the villagers were trapped by the darkness at night, so his purpose was to extort.
Objection!
This speculation is baseless, and the prosecution cannot accept it. Enough! Witness? Yes, it was me. Witness, are you confessing? Yes. He killed him so he could get the medicine for the villagers, so that nobody would have to wear the night vision goggles at night. It was me. I did it. Wait, why are you confessing at this moment? This trial must go on. It can't end like this. As the village doctor, I've been working hard to research in order to lift the curse of my hometown. The drug you worked on so hard is the cure for night blindness, right? Yes. However, the arrival of that foreigner ruined everything. He offered a price of 100,000 per bottle. This is completely unreasonable and can't even be called shameless extortion. My research has also made some progress, and I don't need the help of this outsider. Then why didn't you just say no to it? Just tell the chief villager, no, don't buy it. We can't afford it. But the village chief has agreed. He actually never believed that my research would succeed. How could this happen? So that day, I had an argument with the foreigner. A few days later, I received a note with the sunglasses attached. For a moment, I thought it would be a good chance to protect the village and get rid of him. Later, as the lawyer said, I used altar to forge an alibi. I waited in the bushes on the cliffside until midnight, until that foreigner came over. Then from the moment I harbored evil thoughts, I became guilty. I won't plead for myself anymore. I beg your honor, sentence me to death. Only in this way I can be completely relived. The twists and turns of this case were unexpected. The court cannot allow Dr. Vincent to self-sentence. The police will conduct another investigation and a trial will be scheduled. This case is truly a complete tragedy. Let's hope that a similar event never happen again. Up to this point, the truth has been revealed. The defense performance is condemnable. Not at all. Not at all. Your compliments are too generous. However, is this the truth? Is it the truth that all the truth has been uncovered, as the judge said? Could this dedicated and righteous doctor really commit murder? Now the court will proceed to the verdict of the defendant, Wolfgang Kahlefield.
Objection!
Sis? Prosecutor Ray, do you have anything else to say? The prosecution believes that the witness is not the murderer in this case. The evidence chain is clearly incomplete. How could such an ending be accepted? Overruled. While I understand your sentiments, no argument can change the fact that the witness has confessed. No, I need to do something. Now the court will proceed to the verdict of the defendant, Wolfgang Kahlefield.
Wait a sec.
Huh? You? Chief, what are you doing? We're about to get a not guilty verdict. Luna, a not guilty verdict is not the ultimate goal we lawyers should pursue. Huh? I remember that story you said. What we should follow is not the law itself, but the original tensions behind the existence of the law. Yes, even from this perspective of seeking the truth, we haven't clarified the final doubt. This case needs a more reasonable conclusion. Defense, why are you preventing me from delivering the verdict? I was about to announce your victory. Maybe I don't want victory, Your Honor. The reason is simple, because the defense believes that Dr. Vincent's confession just now is not the whole story of the incident. The defense has also asserted that the village doctor, Vincent Lemon, is not the real culprit in this case. What? Mr. Drake, do you know what you're saying? Of course I know. The contents of the commission we received was to clear the defendant of suspicion. But making someone else bear the undeserved criminal charge is not an approach by it that Drake and Thomas co offices can accept. Chief, at this point, why bother arguing for me? Tell me, you keep saying that you killed Mr. Ganiano. Can you explain how you caused him to fall off the cliff? I knew you wouldn't be able to answer. One piece of evidence explains everything. This evidence is enough to prove that Dr. Vincent is not the murderer.
Take this.
Mr. Drake, are you serious? I can't believe you're joking at this point. Do you want me to punch you in the wall with my fist? No, of course not. Is it the dagger?
Take this. Take this.
Okay, so not the apothecary report.
Take this. Take this.
Oh, what did I click?
Take this. Take this.
Is it the glasses it's himself? No.
Take this.
I don't think it could be the tablecloths.
Take this.
What? Your Honor, do you remember why this piece of cloth was left at the scene? Yes, because it was cut by a sharp object, then hung on the bushes. Yes, however, if Dr. Vincent was the assailant, why would his own clothes be cut? Of course, Mr. Galliando stabbed him with a knife. Huh? Something seems off. We've been so focused on the real killer of Mr. Galliando that we overlooked why he wanted to meet with the witness in the first place. Your Honor, the prosecution also urges you to re-examine the entire process of the incident. The victim left a note inviting the witness to the cliff. Not only did he choose midnight, but he also took a dagger with him. Yes, in this way, his intentions were to invite Dr. Vincent to the cliff was obvious. That's right, the person originally planning to commit the crime at the cliff was the victim. What? Order, order. Hey, those are my lines. Wait. Oh, you must be referring to Stella. Dr. Vincent, I don't know why you burden yourself with the charge of murder. However, there's no trace of confrontation with you on the clothing of the victim. I'm afraid that after Mr. Galliando ran at you with a knife, you managed to evade, but he fell off the cliff himself, right? God damn it! Is this just another fucking suicide? Are all these cases gonna end with just suicides? Indeed, that's how it happened. But what did you say it earlier? Never mind. Any case, the intent to kill did arise in my heart, making me a guilty person. Even though I didn't know his intentions when I hid by the cliff, although I thought about how to kill him and end it all. However, when I wore that night vision goggles for the first time, I saw the beautiful night scenery of the Nightfall Valley. It was suddenly struck me. I was trying to rescue the villagers from the darkness, enabling them to enjoy the evening under moonlight. If I take a life with such dirty means, how can I consider myself a doctor and continue to save lives? So I completely dispelled the thoughts of murder and planned to reconcile with that foreigner. But man proposes, God disposes. You ruined my plans! Please, calm down. We can talk about what's there to talk about? If it weren't for you, I would have the money by now. Go to hell! What? Ugh. No! I dodged out of my instincts, but I didn't expect him to. Even though I didn't kill him with my own hands, he still died because of me. This is what I get. My retribution for killing thoughts. Dr. Vincent, you're wrong. In the courtroom, there's no such thing as a karmatic retribution. Besides, he didn't die because of you. It was his own fault. If he didn't try to kill you, he would still be alive. If the witness's account is true, even if he did try to push the victim off the cliff, there's a high probability of being considered considerable justifiable defense. If you simply dodged the attack, the incident would likely be categorized as accidental death. What? The law is not just a set of cold statutes punishing wrongdoers. It also rewards those with good intentions, like you. Dr. Vincent, the villagers love you so much, are still waiting for you to save them. Is it really okay to bear this groundless accusation just for your own obsession? Let me be clear. You can get away with death, but the punishment for your wrongdoing is hard to escape. Stuffing the victim's note into the defendant's room arises suspicions of false accusation and framing. What? How could it be? If he gets arrested, he won't be able to continue his research. Indeed, this issue must be resolved. Let me think. Got it. Stuffing the note in the defendant's room, Prosecutor Ray. You can't just say that without evidence. Do you have any proof? Someone else was trying to frame Cauliflower, wasn't he? What are you talking about? You said it yourself earlier. Chief, are you out of your mind? The note was already placed there by Dr. Vincent, right? Phew, what I hope I can do next convey the will of a law office to Luna. Hey, dude, what do you think of this doctor's character? Huh? Me? Needless to say, giving up Wilson, taking on such a heavy task alone, pointed out for a mistake, yet willing to take responsibility. Oh, that's the qualities of a lone wolf. Do you really think someone like him should be put in jail? Of course not. If I had to stay here, I would reward him. That's good. So, could you please explain to us where this note came from? This note? Ah, right. I remember now. I picked it up from the ground after admiring the moon. How could you drop such an important thing carelessly, Doctor? What? How could you say that? It was... All right, stop it. If you're a real man, hurry up and develop the medicine. I'm waiting you to take Annie to admire the moon. You hear me? I understand. Mr. Drake, Mr. Cauliflower, and all the members of the court. In this place, at this moment, everything that happened today, I will keep it in my heart. See, I told you, he's a good guy. I don't particularly like him, but you know. After 2 days of trials, the truth of this case finally come to light. Now, I hope this game has some actual murder, not just people framing suicides. Regarding the information given by Vincent Lemon, please have the police go to the scene as soon as possible and carefully verify. In this way, this case cannot be considered a murder case. This court must give the defendant a fair outcome. Now I will announce the verdict for the defendant, Wolfgang Cauliflower. Gender, male. Age 19, not guilty. Defendant lobby number 3. Chief, we did it! What a case. I initially thought it would be a case we could easily win, but who knew there would be so many twists? Oh, I knew, because we're playing a game. Yes! There's times when I saw you were about to lose to Sis. Well, to tell you the truth, I feel the same. I'm going to talk with her for a bit. Catch up with you later! Winning might be more terrifying. I would be punched into a... Winning might be more terrifying. I would be punched into a wall by her. You're here? Once the formalities are done, you can go home, right? Absolutely, boss. You're really impressive today. Thank you so much. No problem. Glad you're okay. You're not the only one who saved my life, but you also cleverly cleared the doctor of the crime. It's so touching. If you need me in the future, please don't hesitate to ask. Maybe I should ask him to be my bodyguard and to shield me from Prosecutor Ray's fists. Okay, no. But then again, I did not expect that this night demon turned out to be night blindness. Yeah, I only realized it in court. And what you said during the recess also gave me some inspiration. Is that so? And I'm truly honored. But you know, now that the villagers know the truth, I wonder how life will change for them. Right, I haven't had a chance to think about that. I'm gonna see Annie. See you later. Mr. Drake, you're really cool! Gah! Don't pop out like that! I knew you could turn the tide. You must sign my spiky head, sky pointing poster later. I have no idea what he's talking about. Ah, got it, Ace Attorney. Well, about the revelations in court today, huh? Oh, what you mean? You mean about the night blindness? I was surprised at first, but it doesn't seem to make a big difference, right? Yeah, for you, mister, I will watch anime all night still. I just need to avoid going out at night like before. Oh, well, for him, it's just another reason to stay home. Can I have night blindness? I would like an excuse to stay inside at night. Can I get night blindness? How do I get night blindness? No, I'm not going to purposely give myself night blindness, chat. Don't worry. Sorry, my mic pops out of its... By the way, the veracity lens you lent me did play an effective role in this case. I should thank you for that. Now that the case is closed, it's time to return it to its owner. Oh, when did I say lend it to you? It's useless for me anyway, so keep it. Is that okay? What's wrong with it? Our village has overcome this crisis, and you played a crucial role, bro. Consider it a token of gratitude. A lie detector might be useful in future cases. Well then, I graciously accept it. Alright. Great, bro. If you ever become a big shot, remember to add this lance to your bronze statue. What on earth is this guy thinking? Oh, by the way, Dr. Vincent is going to the police for investigation. I better go check on him first. If all goes well, Dr. Vincent should be free in a few days. Annie? Mr. Lawyer, you really kept your promise and rescued Wolfgang. Not at all. Towards the end, I realized that everyone was indeed good, especially Dr. Vincent. I'm really relieved he's safe. Well, good deeds bring good rewards. I believe the night demon lurking in your village will be eliminated by him one day. Yes, even though I didn't quite understand things like night blindness. So she didn't understand. No wonder she had no reaction. But I learned a lot because of this case. I heard things from the tourists before, but seeing it with my own eyes, I realized there's such a vast world outside this village, so with many interesting people and things. So I made a decision. I plan to leave the village in a few days and travel with Wolfgang for a while. Whoa, I remember you grew up in Night Valley since your childhood. That's quite a feat. Well, with such a companion, at least safety wouldn't be a concern. I hope to leave a lot of good memories during the journey. Maybe one day I'll go visit Mr. Lawyer and Sis Luna. By then, I'll definitely brew the best lemon tea for you. That's certainly welcome. But during your journey, remember to stay safe at night. Okay, I will. I will keep that in mind. I'll go back to the village with them now. Goodbye, Mr. Lawyer. All right, boy, Vanjaj. Ah, did I miss something? I heard Granny's coming to visit us. You got good ears. Send her a copy of the office address. By the way, where is your sister? Sis? Well, she seems to be in a bad mood right now. Well, considering this case ended with her losing, it's no wonder she's upset. That's right! I really want to punch you to the wall! Excuse me, what? Well, when did she come in? It pisses me off to see your scruffy face, you know? You always resort to underhand methods. Why? You really think I can't see the obvious complicity and lies of you and your clients? I know I can't deceive you, but Prosecutor Ray, wouldn't you want that village doctor to end up in prison? You wouldn't want that village doctor to end up in prison, right? I just dislike your arrogant attitude. Just because the village doctor is a good person, does that give you the right to manipulate facts and exterminate him? Well, don't make me laugh. We're just agents serving the law. Whether good or evil, we have no right to judge. The only thing we can speak is the truth. We present all the facts in detail. Whether the defendant is guilty or not is left not to in the entire judicial system, but not to an individual to judge. Only then you can win with understanding or lose with clarity. If you continue to act like you did today, one day you'll encounter someone clearly engaged in wrongdoing, but wrongly accused in a specific case. Would you frame him on purpose? Well, calm down. I get your point. But if such a day ever comes, well, we may well wait and see. You're lucky this time. I'll let it slide. But if you dare to teach my sister anything weird, the next time we meet in court, prepare for consequences. She walked away. Guys, I'm sorry. I just got a little freaked out because I looked outside my windows because there was some flashing lights, and there's a fire truck. I'm gonna go do a little bit of investigating. Hopefully things are fine. And because I noticed there was also an ambulance outside of my condo building, so I hope everything's okay with all my neighbors. But I don't think I'm in direct harm. So, well, I should know I'm not in direct harm. I investigated my own place. There was no fire. I mean, I'm pretty sure I would be able to tell if there was a fire. So let's just wrap this up quickly. She walked away. Chief, are you okay? I'm fine. Luckily your sister didn't tear my arm off. I mean, that's a relief. I'm still so weary with the emergency, but I regularly feel that Prosecutor Ray, despite her harsh words, isn't concerned about winning as I imagined. Anyways, winning this time is a cause for celebration. After running around the valley, I felt like all my hair was full of sand. The Otaku guy suggested some new apps just then. I'm gonna appoint an on-site beauty therapist for the office. That doesn't sound like the kind of service the law office needs. Huh? Let me check. It seems like they're running a promotion. Offering free shaving packages recently. Take this opportunity to clear the stubble off your face, Chief. What? No, the stubble is my trademark. So this murder case that happened in a secluded valley came to a close in a peaceful atmosphere. Though I thought it was just a small episode of my long career as a lawyer, what caught me off guard is that Lemon Village is rarely visited, but is this very rarely visited small village, but became the starting point of a series of grand and tremendous events in the near future. Who would have imagined that a grand conspiracy has already sowed its seeds at this moment? Whether it was the tragic incident 5 years ago or the massive organization that has been coveting, it's all ultimately connected to the small mountain village. Looking back, perhaps from the moment Luna and I stepped through the village gate, all the tragedies began to unfold. Chapter 2, end. Okay, back to title. I just can't. Okay, yeah, and close game because we don't need to, because we'll start chapter 3 tomorrow. It feels weird to be like, yeah, we'll start it tomorrow, but that's just how it's gonna have to be until the Nuzlocke ends, because Tuesdays just work best for random. So that's just how it do be sometimes, you know. You know, what you gonna do about it? It is how it do be. Doobie doobie dooba doobie dooba dooba. So like I said, tomorrow we'll be back for the start of chapter 3. And Friday, like I said, I won't be live on Friday, but you should go check out you should go to Madcap's channel, because he is going to be having his comeback stream. I will be there, and we're going to be playing some Ultimate Chicky-Doo. We're going to be, like I said, we're going to be playing some Ultimate Chicky-Doo. And then Saturday, I will be back at 3 p.m. Central for more of the Genshin Impact Nuzlocke. It's crazy that I'm doing 2 Nuzlocks right now. It's crazy. So yeah, and then next Tuesday, I won't be live because I am actually busy that night. And the actually only time next week I'm streaming is Wednesday, because next week, Thursday through Sunday, I will be mostly at a convention. So, and I know I could go home, like, you know, stream for a couple hours and then come back probably. But I don't want to do that. I want to be able to enjoy the convention all day, you know? Especially since I work at I work in Extra Life Boost in the morning on 3 of the days. Speaking of which, I need to buy my ticket. I actually need to buy a ticket for Thursday then, because my exhibitor badge only gives me Saturdays through Sunday. I mean Fridays through Sunday. I also have to also buy tickets for the game I have to buy tickets for the they're free. Most of them are free. I have to get tickets for all of the tabletop stuff and events I want to go to. So yeah, so I'm gonna be wrapping up here. Again, thank you so much for joining in, and I will see you later, aka tomorrow. Bye.